need to take a picture.
Oh, you take a picture?
Yes, yes.
Stand here. No, it's me, you, and her. Because it's for the light.
This is so awkward.
Very far away like that.
Yeah, this is damn weird.
Cannot see, no, you move forward. You move forward, why you all stand behind the other forward? You so scared of him. Closer a bit.
What pose you will make?
Ready? What pose you want? 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is team A.
Shit.
Okay, you can start.
I'll stand here. Alright, we can start. Right now? Alright, good morning classmates and Mr. Young. We are team 8. Good afternoon. We are team 8 Zaya, representing the study of popular brands of appliances. I'm the team leader Jeremy, and this is my assistant team leader Noel, and the member Coach Xuan. So we went to the courts at the Beauty World Plaza and taken pictures of many different appliances of popular brands, and we took the data from each of the machines. So we calculated everything from the machines. Now I'll pass the time to Nicole to talk about the tabulated results and whatnot.
Alright, so okay, one interesting thing to note about the appliances that we found at COTS is that most brands don't list down the current. Pretty much all brands will list down the voltage, the power required to power the appliance, but it's very difficult to find the current. Even if you search online, they tend to not list it anywhere. I read that this might actually also be because some appliances, such as washing machines, actually have a lot of different components inside that all require different amounts of current to power it. So as a result, it's very difficult for them to say that, oh, this particular appliance requires, say, 5 amperes to run. So I think that might be part of the reason why it's quite difficult to find the running current. So this is our floor plan. So we went, unlike the previous team, we went under the assumption that there's only one of each kind of appliance in the house. So the 6 appliances we looked at were the microwave, television, an air conditioner, a washing machine, a fan, and a refrigerator. Okay, so this is the table of our results. The power factor is not accurate with the exception of this particular air conditioner, because that particular appliance, they listed down the current on the specifications. So the rest of the power factors are all kind of just assumed. Then I also did the usage based on how much I would be using of the appliance at home. So say obviously that differs from household to household, because like not everybody does laundry every day. But so in the end, we calculated how many units of power we're using per day and then per month, and multiplied it by the current cost per unit of power, which is I believe about 20.30 cents, which brought our total bill for these 6 appliances to around $93.80.
And this is, we calculated everything and we drew a linear load of all the appliances. So this is actually the R plus JX of our impedance. And and the formula, right, is we used to calculate the impedance in parallel. So 1 over ZC is just 1 over Z1 plus 1 over Z2 and everything, and we inverse it to find ZT. And then since ZT is in phasor form, right, we need to change it to rectangular form in order to draw out the circuit that you can see right now. Next slide. So this is my proposal to improve energy efficiency in normal households. So I propose that we have an application on the phone that is connected to all your appliances, and then the app, right, actually keeps track of your power consumption. So the app knows everything that's going on in the house, right? How long you turn on this appliance, how much energy it uses, and it actually calculates out how efficient the machine actually is. So once it calculates, it compares it with the more popular brands of appliances in Singapore. So if your machine is not very efficient, right, it will actually recommend you to change that appliance, which makes your house actually more energy efficient. Alright, and there is also a leaderboard to compare with your fellow citizens how energy efficient your house is. So if it's an incentive, you know, like the carrot and the stick. So you give them incentive to make their house more energy efficient. The incentive may be vouchers, you know, to popular shops such as Courts, where they can purchase more energy efficient appliances. Next, Noel will talk about the pros and cons of supporting power factor correction.
Okay, so before we look at the pros and cons of why you should correct your power factor to be more efficient, we should look at other factors that involve whether you should change or should not correct your power factor. So you actually have to note that our standard household appliances, they actually charge us based on real power. So we're not really incentivized or rewarded for changing our appliance into something more efficient. Into something more efficient in the sense that the power factor is higher. And for like factories, there will be a penalty, but not for households. So in this case, you mentioned that 0.85 is the power factor in which they will charge you more. And the power factor correction can be corrected by connecting capacitors to the parallel with the motors on the lighting circuits. And power factor correction only matters in large factories, which I mentioned before, with huge motors. Because huge motors use more energy, so they want you to have a greater power factor so that it's more efficient. Unlike our household appliances, which don't require as much energy. So the pros and cons of correcting power factor is, I'll start with the pros, is utility companies save costs. One example is that they are able to use smaller cables, which are cheaper, so that it will lower the cost. And electrical appliance users need not pay the penalty, which I mentioned before, the 0.85 power factor. The cons, however, are that it takes a lot of time to individually calculate the power factor of every single appliance. As my team member has mentioned, the power factor of the appliance that we have listed on the tabulated table are our estimates, because they don't provide you with the power factor. So you actually have to go and do your own calculations and everything. And also, large capacitors are very expensive, which are not very efficient in terms of cost for households and families. With that, thank you.
Oh, very good, Agustin.
Thank you.
8 minutes, 30 seconds. You write down there?
8 minutes, how many seconds?
30 seconds.
Thank you very much.
30 seconds. So this team for 1 minute and 30 seconds, ask them question.
I can't know if it's Japanese or Chinese.
The Chinese one.
Yes, do you have any questions for us? We'll be glad to try our best to answer you.
Yes, any questions? Mr. Yang?
No question.
No question
No
Justin?
question, whatever minister add on to your.
Justin, you full of questions every time, right? I know you're a very curious individual.
Hey, you sure got question compared to what you all did and what you all did? Hey, focus on that one. Huh? You want to go to pros and cons?
This one or this one?
Okay, what is George's question?
I just.
Sorry, I'll keep
Which one, Joan?
Ah, alright, fine. It's perfect.
For the large capacitors that are too expensive, you guys actually researched on how much?
Yes, because about from the dubious companies, right? They sell you actually $2,530 for some some power factor correcting item that you install in your house.
Then what do you mean by takes too much time and effort to calculate everything?
Because you need to individually put in the capacitor for the appliance to correct its power factor, right? So you need to first calculate what is the current power factor that you have to correct, right? So you know what capacitor you need to buy to correct it.
And then the prices of a lot of things will go up.
Yes. Does that answer your question, Joanne? Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. How about you?
No. Yes.
Okay, I got one question for
Yes,
you.
Mr. Yang.
Your equivalent model.
Equivalent model. Linear load. Yes, Harvin?
Compared to yours, what's the question you can ask them? Compared to your team's model, what can you ask them?
Because they are doing like for all appliances.
For the 7 appliances that we state, but we assume that 6 appliances that we use. But we assume that there's only one of each appliance in the house.
So compared to your team in theirs, one of you are wrong.
Your connect is series.
Because that's how you all remember what was your R.
Or 5,000 ohms.
Yeah. Then what is your X?
3 something.
Yeah.
Your connect is
So unless your house is so super big compared to theirs, right? So
Yeah, that's why I
definitely one.
asked you.
So can your two team please go and reconcile whose is correct? You see, these are some of the things I want you all to observe, guys. Hello? This presentation is not just present, go home. It's for you all to compare what my other team members have been doing. Hey, how come ours is different from theirs? What's the assumption? What did they use? Maybe the formula used different, like that. So don't just sit there and listen, oh, I talk finish already, I switch on. You all must be critical to ask yourself, hey, how come this team, their load is so small? The R is only 17 ohm, but our R is 5,000 ohms. So somebody must be using the wrong calculation, right? Or maybe there's an assumption which is different. So ladies and gentlemen, this type of presentation is not for us, it's also for you all. Right? It's not about Sabo or anything, but it's about, do we understand what someone is talking about? Yeah. So I want you all to be critical in the second, so I want your team to look at this and say, hey, what you all say are like this, what we say are like this. So can your two teams go and reconcile?
sure.
Go and sit down and find out who is correct, who is not correct. And that's one of the things I want
Do you think you are correct? No, I think we are wrong.
Somewhere wrong.
Okay,
Is there another question?
Nico said something about cost. Anyone remember or not?
Yeah.
Why some appliances they don't publish the current? Why?
Because we can calculate.
No, that's not what the source says.
Different components for like
Something like that.
They use a voltage source.
No. Nico never said that.
different components then after like
Yeah, actually,
Too many.
Nico says certain appliance the current changes because the too many components inside. Actually, it's not current change. It's at different phase. For example, a washing machine. A washing machine doesn't use constant power throughout, right? Because it goes through different cycle. Certain cycle, I need to use the energy to rotate the water, right? So they use different settings because I only need certain power. But when it comes to spinning dry, I use a different power. That means I switch in and out capacitors and inductors and things like that, so that I can achieve certain power. So that's the reason why like washing machine, they will never give you current, because whatever they give you is wrong, because it all depends on what cycle it is. Okay? So please understand that sometimes this kind of thing, although Nico say there are different components and it's correct, right? But it's how it's being used. That means your this equivalent circuit, right, it changes for different phase of the washing machine. You know? That's the reason why I want you all to learn from this kind of observation. Okay? That's what Nico say. And I like your layout plan because it's very colorful, right?
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Yeah, it's very done.
We change it to the layout plan.
And the tabulator result are also quite okay. You see at least it gives a very nice
Big red arrows, you know.
But there's one thing this team did not do, but this team did. What is that? Yeah, show the true bill. Then I compare with mine. How far?
By the way, our appliances in courts are not the appliances you have.
Doesn't matter. You can just do a comparison. My house don't have microwave or other thing, right? So the whole idea of this, you see the tabulator. Can you turn to the tabulator page? The whole idea of this tabulator page, in fact, what I want all of you to do, ladies and gentlemen, you all can take this tabulator result from this team, go home and cross-check your own house. Then ask a copy of the bill from your parents and compare.
See who more efficient.
The reason for this is, it is impossible, I think you all mentioned, right? It's impossible to get exactly the same. Then what I want you to learn from that is, what assumption did we make that is not correct? Like if you look at this table, what is the assumption that this team made? Hey, let's just say. What is the assumption that they made in order to calculate this? Huh? Only got one appliance,
What is right?
one of each lah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. Justin, what is the assumption?
Power factor.
They made an assumption about power factor. What else? There's some other thing they also made assumption.
What else, Justin? Very key usage.
Usage. Right, so all these are approximate, like why nobody question your 2.38%, how you get?
You ask
You ask
how you get 2.3?
Hey, you copy my question.
Okay, how your refrigerator use 95%? So 85%.
Copy by this is a different version of my question. You know, copyright already. Right now. So hey ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call critical thinking. That means you don't just people present you the number, you keep quiet. You ask yourself, is this correct or not? Is this how you get this number? That's called critical thinking, no? Right now. Maybe they can tell you, but because you didn't ask, they didn't tell you good. Right? They may have some basis to calculate. For example, look at the fan, 60%. Right? The fan is 60%.
You're trying to say that you're 84% not at home.
What is that?
84%.
Right now, so please don't just take all these numbers, flash over, go home and sleep. In fact, your table I also never see very clearly because it doesn't feel forward. So, hey, all the other team members, can you listen? I would like you all to visit your tabulator result. Use this team as a reference. Did you all do certain thing? Hello? You all do certain thing? Did you all do something they didn't do? Hello? Hello? Talking to you all.
Justin.
What I want you all to do, like what John you all did. You went back, somebody took a bill, a real bill. Right? Compared to my table, wow, so far how? Is there something wrong with my assumptions? Cannot.
Yes.
Everything go home and do this. I take a bill from whoever house. Compare. If you are the same, yeah, maybe it's good. If you are not the same, what happened? What did we include? What we did not include? Okay?
Yeah.
Take note, put it down. Okay, all these are recorded, So I will visit this video next term. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Thank you, audience.
Okay, next team.